very similar, but also has their own twist. And I really appreciated getting to learn that. It was
Kitty.
very, very fun. Teehee.
I'm so not prepared. Where is my notebook? Yes.
I just want to ask everyone, has the direction that Lornell's been going on?
Exactly. As long as you are fine, go for it. He's a creep, but you are wonderful playing it. That doesn't. So if you're fine.
I think we're live on Twitch.
Are we?
No, I mean our mics are hot.
hi everyone, and welcome for the last time to Completely Normal, the finale. Here we are at the end of the show, everyone. There is a massive delay on my. Is there a massive delay on my camera? How long's that been going on? Is that happening in Zoom as well?
It just started.
It just started. But the sound is perfectly fitting, I think. It's just the picture.
Yeah, your picture is delayed. Your video is delayed.
Is that better? Tech gremlins! I thought I found all of you!
No,
It's good.
it's not
Pictures
better.
behind, it's not better.
Better? Why? Deactivate, activate. Whoa. Oh.
You're in sync now. Say
Okay,
something.
I don't know what it did,
Yeah,
but
you're back now.
Okay, thank you. Right. Well, sorry about that, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to the last time. Completely Normal, the grand finale. The grand finale. Here we are. Check out the opening links, everyone. You know what's there by now. All of the places you can find us, support us, and interact with our community. All of the information about our sponsors, Bird in the Storm Publishing and Mage Hand Press, just above Vicky's shoulder there. Also all the websites where you get 10 to 15% discount. Also, there's the link to the finale tweet, the final tweet. Go and retweet the tweet for us and get everyone in here to say hi about the tweet and all the tweeting. And without much further ado, let's go around and say hello to everyone. Sammy, do you want to lead it or shall I lead it for the finale?
I'll lead it. That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm Sammy. I'm Smaller Sam. That's all. Actually, before I forget, at the end, I did want to give a big shout out to Kelly, who pretty much helped me write most of this campaign. And so when you guys get all mad at the end, go blame her. Anyway.
Scapegoating. Got it. Okay, right. Yep. We now know it's all 100% you.
Yeah. But yeah, so a lot of this I couldn't come up with without her. Anyway, I will finish my Emmy speech, and you guys can start playing the music. Okay, let's go around and let's start with Crystal.
Oh no, I'm not ready. Hi guys, I'm Vicky. I'm cutie_V on Twitter. I'm playing Dear Aunt Crystal. That is completely sane, which is scary, but we will see how it goes. Period. I have nothing else.
Send tweet. I've been saying that a lot this weekend.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Retweet, guys. Retweet.
Yes, retweet the tweet. Also, thank you everybody for coming in and supporting Scrat on today. Anyway, next up we will have our lovely Talia, who's not a problem child.
Hello, I'm Aniek. I'm at Aniekster on Twitter, and Talia is also surprisingly sane, and I think more prepared for today's ending than I am. Talia's already half convinced we're all imaginary. Little does she know she really is.
Yeah, sure. That's totally what we're going with. Next up, we will go to everybody's totally favorite, not creepy person, Mr. Loinel.
Yes, hi, I'm Wild Engineer, and I am playing Loinel, the town's favorite butcher. He is everybody's friend, and he just gets better with time.
Yes, totally. And then we will go to I don't know what to say about Carmen. Too good for us. Too I don't know. Anyway, we'll go to Carmen.
Too not stable, I guess, is probably the best place to put her right now. But hi, I play Carmen with a brick. Yeah, no. She just doesn't know what's going on, even now. Even at the last episode, just trying to make it all come back and make some sort of sense. So hopefully we'll figure out, finally, what is going on.
Sure. It's very wishful thinking. And last but certainly not least, we have our wonderful good guy father, Scott.
Yeah, unsuspecting father. I guess he's kind of accepted that role as he now only has 2 sanity. Hanging by a thread, the last chords of Scott's mind. Very strange. Very strange. Yeah, Scott Smith, everyone. Actual good guy. Possibly losing sanity.
Yeah. Everybody take note that Scrat's one good guy character lost almost all his sanity.
It clearly doesn't pay to be good.
Yeah,
I tried so hard. I tried so hard to be good.
But yeah, I guess we'll just dive right in to where we last left off, which was Scott having fainted in the middle of the forest. I want to say you guys are all, or the woods. I believe you're still, yeah. After having a vision or a flash, if you would. And this is where we enter the last episode of Completely Normal. So what do you guys want to do?
Hang a minute, we were standing facing each other, but then I had some weird flashback, and then I collapsed. Did I collapse?
Yes, you collapsed.
I'm waiting for the person with a medical degree.
I
usually works with dead people to deal with the fainted person.
I'm fighting with Roll20 because I hear new music, which is really bad for this game, but I will have to live with it. I will run forward to Scott and try to see what is wrong with him. Claps to the face, seeing if he's still breathing. Please.
Yeah, sorry, I got distracted by chat.
Same. Someone's saying there's no video or audio in chat. Can we confirm that, chat? Can you let us know if you can see and hear us? Because that's absolutely a terrifying thing to see as a streamer.
I wonder.
Hear us, so.
Yeah,
I have everything.
No, you're good. Thank you.
We did get stuff from Michael
Awesome.
Wayne, I believe.
Okay, perfect. Okay, sorry. I just yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for chiming in.
Yeah. Where is Roll20? So you said you wanted to see if he was dead or not, right? I believe that was the gist of everything.
A, dead, not dead, I hope so, and B, how to get him back to senses. Hopefully he just fainted, and with a little Scott, and clap to the face, he maybe will be back.
Perfect. Do you want to make me some type of medicine, or you can use your pathology, or whatever you want to use, check.
I am allowed to use pathology. I will use that, because it's the highest stat, and I don't want to murder him, and it's not working. What is happening?
Okay, yeah, it's okay. It says success.
Oh, that was close.
That was very close. Yeah, so as you kind of kneel down to check on him, he's definitely breathing. You can see his chest rising and falling. And you get the feeling he kind of just passed out.
Okay. I will share with the rest. He's alive, which might be an interesting information for everyone.
Is he going to be all right?
I am not sure. Just clap his face. And hope that Scrat is still with us.
I'm still here. My XSplit is going crazy, and I don't know why.
Okay.
You guys carry on. I'll figure that out.
Second. Yeah.
Good. You passed out anyhow, so it kind of...
gently slap him from a distance, because he's like a traumatized soldier, so he might wake up and stab you with a knife. So maybe just
honestly, Crystal
just a little, from a slight distance.
No, Crystal is not thinking about that. She is kneeling right next to him and making
People tell me to be smart.
Does anybody have any water, just in case he does wake up?
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to splash water on his face. I'm just saying he might need some water when he wakes up. It might be good to have.
He might need something stronger than water.
I don't think
I
any of us
have
have had any of that.
Considering the look on his face before he went down,
You noticed that too?
it was hard to miss.
Yeah, it seemed like something really got him.
Look, are we just gonna stand around here and like, what are we doing?
Should we take him back to his place or go back into town?
Were we on his way to his house in the first place? Is that why we were in the woods?
Yeah, but then he met us here because he already left his house.
I mean, whatever's closer, or do you think we need to get him medical attention?
I'm not strong enough to carry him, so as close as possible. I mean,
I can carry a body, no worries.
Yeah, no. I'm sure you can. Still.
I'm a butcher. I deal with cows all day.
Cows, yes, definitely cows.
He's not a cow, and I'm not sure if we should leave him, to be honest.
You all do know how much a cow carcass weighs, right?
Yes, we're not doubting that you can carry him. I'm just not sure if we should move him.
Yeah, I don't think we should either. We should probably just wait another couple minutes to see if he comes to.
I also don't think he wants you touching him.
Fair.
Maybe that will wake him up. That might try. Moment, although I'm not sure.
Is this the part where Carmen tries to kiss him awake?
I'm just gonna shoot her a look and be like, well, no, but I did have an idea. And at this point, I'll kind of like crouch by his, like sit on my knees where his like face and torso is, and just kind of like stroke his hair and just say, hey, Scott, hey, we need you to come back now. There's a lot going on. We need you to come back so you can tell us what just happened. And I'll just sit there and like kind of like stroke his forehead for like 30 seconds to see if that like wakes him at all. Like just some gentle hair stroking.
Yeah, and Scott, you hear this gentle voice and feel this gentle hair stroking. And thank you to Raven. Is it pronounced Raven?
Raven.
I hope so. Yeah. For the donation.
2 luck to me. Thank you. They tried to increase my sanity, but unfortunately, that's not how Cthulhu works.
Yep. Sorry.
Luck is still very helpful. Luck is still very helpful.
It's true. Unless it's a sanity roll.
Some people can use luck to avoid sanity loss.
Yes.
But
anyway.
Why
but I didn't pick
Carmen does that? Does he still have his gun in his hand?
I have a shotgun in my arms. I have a sniper rifle in a case with a hunting rifle next to me, a pistol on my hip. I am kitted out. I probably would have put on a stab vest as well.
Shotgun a bit away from you, that in case you wake up and panic, you don't have the shotgun at hand. I think for the rest you need time to pull it out. That might be enough. So I'm just pushing the shotgun a little bit out of grip.
That might wake him up if we take his guns.
We'll see.
Thank you so much. Was that Malhadale? Malhadale, who's donated for 3 people to get auto successes. He would like them random rolled, but no duplicates. So I'm just going to roll the d6. Do you want auto successes, Sammy? Does it work like that, or should I roll a d5 instead?
You can give it to the players. Sorry, there we go. I can talk.
Got it. I believe in you. You've got the best talking. So the first one goes to me. Thank you. Second one, Aniksta.
Thank you.
Third one, Vicky.
Yay! Thank you, Bill.
Thank you. And it looks like we got another one come in as well. Michael Wayne gifting me another 2 luck. Thank you very much, Michael Wayne. All the luck coming Scott's way.
We gotta stock up.
Yeah. They know what's going to happen. They're like trying to, when you're playing a video game, before you get to a boss fight, suddenly you start finding ammo and health packs. That's what's happening.
Don't.
Health packs.
In in the Warhammer game on Wednesdays, Sheepy, the DM, he just did that to us for the whole session. We just kept finding better guns and more health packs and things, and now we're freaking terrified. Like,
it will not be a shopping episode, your last game.
no. Scott will wake up, his eyes kind of flutter awake, and what? Okay, XSplit, why? Why are you spiking and taking up all of everything? What is going on? Okay, XSplit is having some issues today. I'm going to try and close it and open it again, but I'll do that in just a second after I've updated the overlay. Scott's going to look towards Carmen with a little shock on his face.
Hey. Just trying to ease you into being conscious again. You took a pretty bad spill there. Do you remember anything?
Not. I had another flashback.
How bad was it? Do you remember that you passed out?
No, what?
You just kind of had this look on your face, and then you fell down and passed out, and we've been trying to wake you up for a couple minutes now.
Sorry.
Right? No need to be sorry. We're just really concerned now. Do you remember what you had a flashback of?
Oh, Sammy, with all these tech gremlins and everything, I can't remember. What did we flashback? We went back to the fair, and I saw the little one with Mark, right?
With Tim.
Tim,
with
that's
Tim.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, you had a flashback. And I think that was the whole flashback. Maybe. I believe.
Was it the flashback of them going up to whatever stone statue it was, and then Tim getting kind of sucked into it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was the one the fair one was the first time you critted on his sanity loss. And then the standing obelisk was when he fumbled and you double critted his sanity loss. And he watched him get sucked into an obelisk.
Yep.
Ellis there holding his hand.
That was it.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know. It can't have been real what I saw. I don't think it was a memory. I think it was just something weird. What was happening here? What was I doing?
You were walking to meet us. We were coming to meet you at your house, and you were kind of walking back, and we just kind of ran into you, and we're trying to catch up on what was going on, and then all of a sudden, like I said, you collapsed. And then if Scott would like to, I'll help him like into a seated position, because I imagine he's still laying on the ground.
I would help, and I would hand him the flask I have with something high percentage if you want to, just if Scott is up for it. If not, I'll pack it away again.
Actually, yeah, that'd do me real good. And, I'd take a deep draw.
It's whiskey, so nothing that will kill you.
Thank you. And also thank you, Anik, who's given a point of luck to Loinal, because they are a gremlin.
So how do you feel now? You think you can get up?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm fine.
I think Carmen and I will still try to help Scott up, just to be safe that he's not collapsing on us again. And
you know, I think the 2 sanity would be showing. I think maybe Scott's shaking.
You need some help walking back into town? Or?
I'm pushing the shotgun a bit more away.
Oh, and that's literally the thing that like I normally use to increase my sanity. So the more you push it away, the worse I look.
There was also a gun on the box though, right? Because I'll just help carry that because you don't look too steady.
Yeah, I had a case. I definitely had a case.
Yeah, I'll pick up the case.
If it's a shotgun, I could unload it and give it to you. I'm not sure if Crystal would do that though. No, Crystal would just pick it up and hold it like, hey, I'm carrying it for you. Let's see what Scott does.
I mean, Scott, he's just looking real bad. He'll reach out and, may I?
Sure. Just don't shoot yourself.
Yeah.
I will hand it to him.
I'll just hold it close.
Should we take a short break here, or should we get somewhere inside?
I don't rightly know.
Should we try to walk a few steps just to see how you feel? And if you say, hey, we need to stop, then we will take a short break.
Yeah, I'll walk with you a little bit.
How far are we from your cabin? Did you want to maybe go sit down there for a second to kind of recoup? Someplace you're a bit more comfortable?
It's not the cabin anymore. It's me and Ellis's place.
Is that the place my aunt wouldn't go into because it made you look older?
Yeah, I've got lasagna in the fridge. Come on back.
As you start walking, can you make me a constitution check, Scott?
I can. Also, I'm really sorry for my camera. I restarted XSplit to focus on using the GPU rather than CPU, which has stopped it from blacking out, but now I'm a really weird color, and I don't know why.
It just reflects how Scott looks right now.
Chad already said XSplit is helping portray your sanity.
Very true.
Yes. Okay, so Scott will, in fact, start bringing y'all back, I guess, to his place. Also, we've had a bunch of donations, and because of the tech gremlins, I've not been ignoring them. That's not true. I've just not been looking exactly. So Solarbond donated £7.99. Thank you very much. So close to £8. Are you like a corner shop owner or something? What is this? Thank you. Misty donated for Loinal to have a random roll on the D100 table. Sammy, is that you doing the D100 table, or is it me?
It's me.
And also, Cthulhu themselves donated for an auto success to Carmen and Loinal. That's the only name on the donation. It's just Cthulhu. Cthulhu donated.
I love it. I love it.
It's nice that he's helping.
I was just gonna say I love how that entity. I'm just gonna call you an entity because I think you are the real Cthulhu. Came in on the last day. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
So perfect.
We're being judged from all sides.
Did the first person, the corner shop owner, I'm sorry, I forgot the name already. Did they...
Solarbon hasn't said that they want to do anything with their donation yet. Oh, it's $10. Okay, it's $10. The donation exchange rate just happens to work out to $7.99 at the minute. It seems awfully specific. Okay, so yeah, we'll round it up to 8. I'm not going to deny you the penny. Let us know if you'd like to do anything with the donation. The donate command is in chat now. So you can do the thing. Yeah, I'm very quickly playing with XSplit whilst doing all of this. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Just keep on walking. One
when you're going
in front
from hell,
of the other, and Carmen and I will be right and left side, just like there in case you're like.
Yeah, and while we have this temporary distraction, Loinal, can you roll me a D100? I believe it's a D100. Actually, hold on. Let me double check this real quick. Here we go. Actually, can you also roll me a D10?
D10 first, or?
Yeah, D10 first. Perfect. Oh no. Okay, perfect. And then can you roll me a D100?
Oh no, and perfect. Not two words we want to hear from you, Sammy.
Who is this bad for? Me or the group or no one?
It might be me. Okay. Oh no, wait. What did you roll? I have to see that first. Okay, perfect.
Solarbond gifted their advantage to you, Sammy.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Also, if somebody can put in the completely normal command in
oh yeah.
for our.
Sorry, my bad.
No, it's okay. I think anybody can do it, maybe, or is that something that only? I don't know if you.
I just hadn't turned on the. I just hadn't turned on the timer.
Oh, okay.
Words are hard sometimes, y'all. Words are hard. God damn it. I think since I reset my computer, I must have been using GPU all the time before, because suddenly my camera quality is 1,000,000 times better, and it's actually picking up the green screen without greening out everywhere. This is great. Okay, sorry. That was just a little happy dance as I was testing out the video.
No, that's okay.
Tech gremlins!
Yes. Okay. So, as you guys walk over, Lionel seems to kind of get lost and wander away from the group. And you all, I'm assuming that Scott takes the general way that he's been taking before, which is clear your mind, get lost in thought. Those are completely opposite things. Get lost in thought. And thank you for the raid!
Thank you, Raiders! Lynx, wonderful to see you, buddy. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope Tarkov treated you well today. We're on the grand finale in this horror campaign today. So buckle in, things are going to get weird. I've only got 2 sanity. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm not taking people back to my creepy house in the woods. This is fine.
With 2 sanity.
I think Lionel might be better off with his wandering away.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
But yeah, so you kind of just don't think about it, can just get lost in your thought, and it somehow takes you back to the house that you were in before. And as you open up the door, it is the same house and the same interior. And I would assume that Scott would enter first, and everybody would see the same effects as before, where he ages probably about 10 years, I think I said last time.
Mm-hmm.
And it happens as soon as he gets in. Scott, you don't feel anything. As this happens, Lionel, you find yourself, when you were walking, out in the distance, you saw something you've never seen before. It was kind of like a cave, almost. And without really thinking, you gravitate towards this cave. And as you walk up, you see what is a hewn cavern. And a corpse is chained to the wall, with only tumorous flesh where its face should be. Can you make me some type of check to identify this corpse? It could be, I don't know. Let me pull up the character sheet.
Would medicine work?
Yeah, I'll take medicine. This is you. This is very much you. You can, as you kind of go around to look at it, you see those stab marks that you've seen before. And without reacting, you flee in a panic. I would like you to make a sanity check. And also, can you just make me like a tracking or some type of, I don't yeah, can you make me a tracking check as well?
Okay, so...
Or spot hidden. I'll take either or.
Alright, I'll go spot hidden. So sanity. Oof. Spot hidden. Ooh.
Oh, wow. So, while you were panicked, you do manage to find your way back to the to that house, because you did hear them say that that's where they were going. Since you succeeded, you will only take half of this. Oh no! Sam, learn how to type. So you'll take 3 sanity damage from this.
Would I have noticed anything else besides the stab marks, like any bullet wounds or anything?
No, there are only stab marks, and you didn't get a chance to like really investigate this before like the horror of it kind of took like overcame you, seeing yourself. But also, this wasn't like last time where you're just a dead body, but this is like, right, this is almost like a dismembered body, or like, you know, like it's you, but it's also very much not you. And it's...
How about from when you said I was chained up, right?
Yeah.
Was it like chains, like anything specific that I was chained up with?
Yeah, so you would, these are a similar type of chains to the ones where, that you would use to hang the meat in, like the heavier meats in your butcher shop.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna try and compose myself and enter the house.
Okay. So before he enters the house, let us go back. Thank you to, oh no, I already forgot who had donated for the random roll on the table. But thank you for that.
That one was Misty. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. As you guys had entered the house and you saw Scott age, would everybody else have entered after him?
Are there any mirrors, like in the hallway, that we can see already?
I keep a mirror by the front door. It's actually the only mirror in the house. Because why'd you care how you look unless you're going outside?
There are so many flaws for that reasoning, but I'm interested to see what I will look like in 10 years if I'm still hot. So, straight to the mirror.
Did you say there was a mirror? I know there's definitely a mirror in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
The only one in the house is in the hallway, but...
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Mirror in the bathroom. Yeah, no, that's fine. We can have a shaving mirror in the bathroom. That's fine. That's functional. But other than that...
That's the one in the creepy house where Carmen and I saw Alice form.
Yes, I see. So it's the same house. That's only just... Penny's only just dropped for me that they're the same house. Okay, I'm not...
Really? We were talking about this in chat last time.
This is fine.
It freaked me out. It totally freaked me out.
Yeah, why this house? Crystal will be still at the door, just like really hesitant to step in, but since Talia made her way in, she is like...
I'm using it like one of those Snapchat apps to see what you look like 10 years older.
And I think Carmen would have definitely, if Crystal let go of Scott because we were holding him side by side, I definitely would have helped him inside and held on until I could see that he was like able to let go. So I probably would have walked in right with him. So I'm in the house as well.
Yeah. And so, perfect. So you guys all go in the house. The door shuts behind you, which is kind of...
Of course it does.
Yeah.
Of course it does.
No one expected anything else.
Lionel is with us, right? He stepped in?
Not yet.
Not
He's
yet. Okay.
not yet with you guys. And as you walk to the mirror, Talia, you look exactly the same.
Oh, I age well. Oh.
Yep. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
I think.
I have questions for Carmen, but she's preoccupied.
Well, I was
also
going to
have
say
questions for Scott, but he's also preoccupied.
I wasn't aware of the aging thing, so I think after I let go of Scott to make sure he's okay and look at him, I'd be like, just like kind of like not saying anything, but like looking at him and then like looking at like Crystal to be like,
Happened the last time, Carmen. He is older now. I am also leaning into the mirror, seeing what my niece is doing. Do I also look the same?
Yeah, you also look exactly the same.
Why are we not aging, but Scott is?
And at that point, I think I would also walk to the mirror just to double check.
Yeah, and as you walk to the mirror, you also look the same.
I thought I'd... Oh.
I also really thought it. Woo!
I'm sorry, Scott, when you were here before, without us, but with he who shall not be named, what age was Alice?
Alice is the same age she's always been, you know, Alice age.
Fluid.
She was, at least when she was out in the woods with me, she was teenage Alice. Did you see teenage Alice or kid
of course,
Alice?
yeah. We had a chat after Lionel left. She
Okay.
She reminded me where is Lionel?
To be fair though, teenage Alice also knows stuff from older than teenage Alice, because how else would she have recognized Carmen as the one who stole her husband?
Wait, hang on a minute, because she was telling me about Lionel stalking her at school and stuff, and where is he? He's the reason I went to my gun cabinet.
I think we're all just moving the guns away a little bit more.
And of course, in typical television style, as Scott says, "Where is he?" Lionel walks up to the house. I mean, I don't know. Would you knock or would you just enter?
Is the door closed?
It is closed.
Then yes, I knock. Just, just polite.
So yeah, so as Scott says, "Where is Lionel?" You hear a...
Who is it?
It's slow now. Aren't we all heading to the cabin? Or your house, as it is.
Lionel, you know you can't come in here. You know what you did.
Talking about? I mean, we had lunch together.
Misunderstanding or not, you know you can't come in here.
For what?
That's me with my shotgun.
No.
No.
Crystal will be... Let's see what Scott does, but Crystal would go to the door and at least open it, that we can see Lionel. I'm not letting in, but I'm opening the door because talking through a door is totally childish for Crystal, so she's pulling the door up.
I mean, I won't enter the house since you're asking me not to, Scott, but are you feeling all right there? Did something happen when you passed out?
Ellis just reminded me a thing or two. That's all. About the misunderstanding. Misunderstanding or not. This has to be a safe space for her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is she around?
That's none of your business.
Alright.
Where is she though?
Do the rest of y'all would mind if I leave, or?
That's up to all of y'all. But...
I don't think it's smart to separate. I mean, I know that there's some tension between you, Sky, and Lionel, but maybe if we all just sit outside on the stoop, or if you have maybe a back porch or a backyard, just somewhere where we're not in the house.
Yeah, because I don't think we are all in this insane thing together, and splitting up is not helping us.
Yeah, I'm also not too comfortable around Lionel, though. You might all be chill with him stalking underage girls and feeding people blood. I'm
I
not
was
cool with
not
this.
stalking her, for the love of God.
I mean, I'm not quite comfortable with the whole situation going on either, as more information is presented to us, but I still don't think we should all separate until we actually figure out kind of at least a ground floor of what is going on.
Yep.
Like I said, do you have a backyard, Scott? Or at least some chairs we can bring out in front of your house so we can all just kind of sit and maybe figure out where we go next?
Yeah, go around the side. I'll bring lasagna out. And
I'm gonna try and keep like at least a good foot and a half between me and Lionel.
Fair.
Instead of going to the kitchen, Scott's gonna start heading upstairs to go and check on
Get more
Ellis, see
guns?
if Ellis is in.
Okay. Yeah, so you go upstairs and go ahead and roll me a 1d2.
The most terrifying of D's.
Perfect. So you go up to where you remember Ellis's room to be from the last time. And you probably knock on the door, I would assume. Unless you're one of those fathers.
No, I would knock. I'm not one of those fathers. I don't want to see any girl stuff, okay? Like
So you knock on the door and you wait.
Ellis, you in, sweetie?
And you just hear, yeah, 1 second, please. And she comes out, and teenage Ellis, probably 18, 19 years old, and then she says, yeah, Dad, what's going on?
Look, he's here again. He's outside, okay? I haven't let him in the house, but some of our friends, they wanna talk it out with him and see what's going on, all right? So I didn't tell him you're here, and I won't tell him you're here. Just, you know, keep quiet. And how you doing? You okay?
No, but who's here?
Lionel.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I mean, who else is here?
Oh, let's see. There's Crystal and Talia. They're from Europe.
Yeah, no, I know both of them. I didn't know Talia was here. Oh, have her come up, Dad.
I didn't realize you knew Talia.
Yeah, from camp.
Oh, well, okay. I mean, you know, yep. The process, I'm sure. Well, that actually might explain a few things. Who knows? She's doing very well, I'm sure. And other than that, we've got Carmen here as well.
Oh. I mean, I guess she's not going now, but... Okay.
My memory's just in tatters. I know you had to tell me about Lionel, but... what's wrong with Carmen?
I mean... You remember my husband, Oliver, right?
What? Hang on a minute. How old is Ellis right now? Whoa!
She's still teenage Ellis.
Husband, you're a teenager, sweetie.
And you watch as she ages a good...
I'm rolling a sanity check.
10 years, yeah.
This isn't even questionable. I'm rolling a sanity check. Might as well just say I failed it, because it's not going to roll well, but here we go.
You have an automatic pass.
I'm not passing.
We did just mention Carmen stealing her husband. Scott was just completely out of it.
Yeah.
Take one sanity damage.
I mean, even if we had just mentioned stealing her husband, she's still a teenager. This is still freaky as all hecky, okay?
Oh, I agree.
And she goes, yeah, Dad, I got married at like 20.
I swear. Sweetie, you just aged right in front of my eyes.
Well, yeah, because you were freaking out that I was a teenager.
Oh, right, well, that explains it, of course. I have one sanity ray. I have one.
You got me over here freaking out.
I know. You know, I think I'm more mad at Oliver than her. But I don't know if I could ever forgive her. I don't know if she wants me to forgive her.
I'm sure that she does, you know. She's been making a lot of effort, you know. She's been around. She's been being real nice to me. It's been real pleasant. I'm sure she'd like to try and make amends. You give her a chance.
Yeah, but I'm also sure she didn't tell you that this happened.
Yes, that's true. You okay?
Well, no, I'm not okay. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay either.
No. You know, you can go and have your barbecue. Send Talia up here.
Yeah, I'll send Talia up, but look, you want like a hug or anything?
Sure. And she goes in for a hug.
Yeah, and it's one of them awkward hugs. I get the feeling we don't hug a lot, you know? Like,
yeah.
But...
Like that. Like you keep a nice distance kind of in between.
Oh yeah.
That
yeah,
what they
yeah.
call leaving room for Jesus?
Yeah,
there we go.
Some pats on the back. I almost
Lots
said
of
it
patting.
too.
Lots of patting. Yeah. And it's look. You ever want to talk about things? You know I'm here for you, right?
I know. You've always been there, Dad, and I've appreciated it, and I know you've been trying your best.
All right, I'll see if I can send Talia up. Do you want Crystal to come up too?
If she wants to, that doesn't matter.
I'm making lasagna again. Do you want me to bring you some up?
Yeah, just don't bring up Loynell.
No, I'm not even gonna let Loynell in the house. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, this is a safe space for you.
Thanks, Dad. You know, I know your time in the military did a number on you, but you came out a good guy.
Thank you, sweetie. As Scott walks down the stairs.
A single
play
teardrop.
Play Despacito. I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna go through to the kitchen. I'm going to grab a penny and start putting it on. Go to the side door and just call out, "Hey Talia, could you give me a hand?"
I'll happily walk into the spooky house.
I'm following.
I mean, what's not to love?
letting her alone. I'm really sorry, Carmen, to leave you alone with Lionel.
No, I was just gonna say, I think Carmen, because she's so nervous, like just being around and not knowing what's going on, I think she's just like in the backyard, like setting tables and chairs up and like cleaning up, just because she's like super anxious and nervous, especially now that she's been the only one not invited inside besides Lionel. So I think she's just kind of like picking up outside and setting the tables and chairs and like just kind of like randomly cleaning.
Aunt Crystal, what do you think? Scott's gonna shoot me? What?
I'm not trusting her. It's not him, it's her. I'm not
She's
leaving
here?
alone.
I thought she was in town. We saw her at the butcher shop.
I'm quite sure. She's everywhere where she wants to be. Didn't you figure it out by now? If she wants to be here, she will show up here. And I'm not letting you in this house alone after what we've gone through in days? Hours? Whatever ago.
Are we gonna go through every doorway side by side? Because it's... Yep,
Yes.
fine. Okay,
You'll have to live with me being right by your side. I know it's annoying, but this house gives me...
Have I mentioned how you cramped my style previously?
I don't care. I'm the adult. You have to...
Fine. I'll walk into the kitchen, followed by my somewhat concerned aunt.
More freaked out aunt.
Please, you have full sanity.
But
So,
she's not.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I mostly got this. I just didn't want Lionel to know that Ellis is here. And she remembers you, Talia. She remembers your time at the camp, and she wanted to see you. She was really excited.
That's really great, because I don't remember my time at camp, because it hasn't happened to me yet.
I'm sure it will.
Scott,
Scott,
are you okay?
your
No.
eyes are looking a little...
You are taking this too easy going. Like,
Your
just play
teenage
along.
daughter remembers the future, and you're making lasagna.
Talia, Crystal, you of all people should know that this is completely normal.
Oh god, he's gone over to the dark side. I'm gonna go upstairs. I don't want to deal with Scott right now. I don't think I can deal with Scott right now. I think there's
Hang on a
nothing I
minute.
can do other
Hang
than
on a
hitting him in the
minute.
head with a cast iron pan.
Take up some of the lasagna. This is vegetarian lasagna. I think she prefers that.
Great. I will take up the vegetarian lasagna.
I will follow her, but before I leave, I will turn to Scott. Don't you dare to shoot anyone. I will haunt you.
If you
And-
shoot Lionel, I want to be there to see it. He's a creep and he deserves it. Promise. Promise. I want to see it happen.
I'm not gonna shoot anyone, okay?
But if you do, promise.
Alright,
Not.
I guess I
Yay!
promise, but I'm not gonna shoot anyone, Talia.
Sure you're not. Just promise you'll do it when I'm there. I'll go upstairs with the lasagna.
Okay. And as you go upstairs, you probably figure out what room is
I'll just accidentally open the wrong door a few times. Do I find a master bedroom?
yeah. You find a master bedroom.
Hold out the lasagna while I lean into the master bedroom. Any pictures where I can actually see the face of the mother that aren't magically defaced, gone, unlegible, illegible? English is hard. No, nothing. No purse. Even though we previously
There's no. This looks very much like a Scott room, but there's no pictures in here. Just lots of plaid.
Lots of plaid.
Yeah.
Mountain deer heads, probably. Yeah. I'll just go take. Yeah, no. I just wanted to check.
We should be quick. I'm really worried what will happen down there.
Nothing that won't be amazing. You,
You will
Alice.
miss-
Which room's yours? I only met you at camp. I don't know how your house works. Last time I was here, it was burned. Hello?
She opens up a door and she says, "Oh, hi, Talia."
Hey, your house looks much better before it burns to a crisp.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That was my fault. As you know.
As we learned in camp, you cannot take your faults with you always. You have to learn from them and grow and let go and stuff. Remind me what happened to your house? I wasn't paying attention in therapy that day. Group, circle, confessional things.
I don't think I revealed this. I think this was probably something I revealed to you and not in the group therapy, because as you said, when we were at camp, you always told me not to actually tell them what really happened.
Of course, I told you that. It was good advice still.
Yeah. I appreciated our nights staying up in camp. Seems like we both got the shit end of the stick, kind of, with your parents sending you off. And
I'm pretty sure that was just my dad, but I'm still not talking to them anyway.
Yeah, that's what you said last time.
And that's what I'll say next time.
Yeah, I figured.
You still love your father. Hi, Alice.
Oh, Crystal, I didn't see you there. And she lights up. And she's like, hi.
We brought you some lasagna from your dad?
Oh, yeah, apparently it's vegetarian and Lionel didn't touch it.
Oh, thank God.
I know, right?
That he
So
was
gross.
Here. Right. Yeah, there's a reason that I had to kill him. But,
Yeah, no, completely valid.
When people... I just didn't know what to do. And what do you do in that situation? Nobody was helping me. I mean, honestly, if I didn't kill him, I think my dad would have. But my dad's trying to not do that anymore. Ever since he stopped, with the bounty hunting, and kind of settled down with my mom, and then my mom left, and then, but you were asking about the house. It burned down, and she kind of moves the bed a little bit, and you can see there's still like charred bits. And she says, it was just something that just, yeah. I've been like this my whole life. They've tried to do things to help me, and I try to stop as much as I can, but this was from when I was younger. I had a hard time dealing with some things, and so I accidentally burned down the house.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I think after camp, you and I both know I'm not one to judge.
Yeah, that's why I always appreciated you at camp. You made me feel like it wasn't an inherently bad person for all the things that I've done. And I don't think that
other than Lionel, there's very few inherently bad people around.
Yeah.
He's such a creep, though.
He is.
No, what I was shocked to learn, though, because I actually learned a few new things, is the whole... This is too painful for you to talk about. Get it, but you know me, always dying to know everything, metaphorically.
I know.
Carmen?
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
And you see her, like, Scott kind of saw her age again.
Awesome.
And
If the moment that happens, Crystal will step slightly in front of Talia.
Talia is gonna step right back in front of you. Talking to my friend.
There will be a little struggle.
as you guys are struggling, you catch a glimpse of each other, and you both have also aged.
Do I look good, though? Do I get pretty wrinkles, or do I get the saggy wrinkles?
No, you look fantastic.
Oh,
you're also like in your 20s, so.
Oh God,
You
thank
don't
God
have
I
too
grew
many
up good.
wrinkles, yeah.
I'm fine.
So I'm in my 30s now, right?
Yeah, ish. And she says, yeah, I thought something was going on with Oliver after we got married, and I thought about killing him, but I mean, you're the one that convinced me to hire a private detective, Talia.
I thought it could help,
Yeah, and you said that just going straight from 0 to 100 was probably not the answer.
No, but sometimes you need to know.
Yeah, and so we hired her, and she ended up having an affair with him, or he had an affair with her. And
both, but she regrets it. So don't be mad at her. She's really trying to figure out.
You can be a little mad at her, but she should probably be more mad at Oliver because he's the one who actually cheated.
True.
Oh yeah, that's why he's not here anymore.
No, that's again very fair.
LSD, you trust us as far as I know.
Yeah, yes.
Why are you doing this? What can we do to help?
Doing what?
You just changed yourself in age and us as well, as if it was nothing. Your father is older than he was when we went in the woods with him outside. What is happening? Why?
I mean,
how can we help?
You can't. I've been trying to get out of this, and I mean, haven't you heard me trying to make this all stop? And it's not.
Yes, but maybe you can't do it alone, and maybe together somehow.
No, that's not. Nope, that's not the way this works. That's not the way this works.
Have you tried?
I mean,
give it a
no, but that's not the way this works.
Okay, so what is the way this works?
You just have to let it ride out. That's what happens every single time. You just have to let it ride out, and then it'll be okay.
How long does riding it out take? In a, regular timeline.
I don't know what you mean, but I don't know. It takes a different amount of time every time. Just give it some time. It'll work out. Just try not to panic.
That is easier said than done. I think for every one of us, everyone is freaking out, especially your dad.
Oh my god, Carmen was flirting with your dad after she took your husband.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
Talia, we didn't know each other. We didn't know about any path. Alice, don't look like that. It's nothing anymore. Now that
I need to make a sanity check.
The thing is, I think Crystal needs a sanity check after.
Yeah, can both Crystal and Talia make me a sanity check?
I'd like to make mine with advantage, please.
Absolutely.
My last one.
Why am I succeeding in this?
Because everything's fine.
No, it's not.
Talia is your niece. You're not supposed to.
Hard success. I'm fine.
Yeah, I have my focus point with me, so kind of.
And then if Crystal, if you could take 1 sanity damage.
Sure.
Talia, you don't take any from that hard success.
Talia's having so much fun.
We are skipping through time, Alice, and for us it's not normal. We are freaking out about this, and I am torn between not freaking out myself and being worried for you. So
why would you worry for me? I'm in control of all of this.
That is not better, because then you can make it stop.
No, but I can't make it stop.
Then you're not in control.
You just...
Logical thinking. I'm sorry for that. How? This has to get cleared up. We had a dead Lionel. Now he's alive sitting outside. You changed age. We changed age. Your father's going insane. I'm still worried that he will shoot Lionel and do exactly...
Good, he should.
But last time you didn't want him to do it, so you did it yourself. Now you want him to shoot?
I mean, either way, he's dead and the job is done. It's all that matters.
I want to go home. And I want to have Talia with me.
Before or after breath camp?
Now, honestly. Not in this age. In the age I entered the house.
I don't know, I look pretty
Before
good.
everything happened. I want to go back to the train and not stop here. Just having a nice vacation with my niece and not saying yes to my brother sending my niece to Brad camp.
You tried that already?
Yes, and it seems that you didn't allow it. Or what is stopping us?
That wasn't me. That's just how you told me it happened.
You said every single time. Means it happened before? Because I don't remember.
I mean... Wait, when did I say every single time? This is sad.
You said it a few times, actually.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I mean,
chat was picking up on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't know what I said it in regards to. And so
every time we do this loopy stuff, you have to write it
okay,
out.
perfect. I mean, yeah, it usually happens when I start to get a guilty conscience about what I've done. And the therapists are trying to help with it, but it just keeps happening.
So basically you have to fix you from having a guilty conscience?
No,
But pretty much everything you did you had valid reasons for.
But
Like vigilante justice is not something we should be encouraging, but I get it.
and burning down things is also not an option.
I know, but you're also not supposed to have imaginary friends at 25, and well...
Oh please, tell us every Christian in the world.
That is the point I'm less worried about. Alba is a sweet girl.
Oh, I got rid of Alba a long time ago.
Oh, I like
And
Alba.
I am worried. Who is your new imaginary friend? Because Alba was really nice.
Oh, well, I mean, Alba she just, like, essentially transformed into Mariana. And then there was Hugh. And... I mean, those are kind of my friends now, aside from Talia.
I also see no problem with imaginary friends.
Hence the reason you're my friend. I don't think anybody's ever actually said that before. Well, I think Loinel said it a couple times, but...
I don't think we should be looking to Loinel for any kind of judgment on morality.
Yeah... I can't believe I trusted him. He's so much older, and he's such a creep.
But
Such a creep.
he's really friendly and nice, so I think everyone would fall for it. Don't blame yourself
The
on
only
that.
reason I didn't fall for it is because I saw him putting blood in our food. But hopefully, very start.
Just to be curious, I'm still trying to get everything together and make logic out of no logic. Did Mark do anything to you?
Oh, yes. Mark was Loinel's best friend.
Told you.
They're like the same. And they constantly were encouraging each other. And oh my gosh. I thought that if I got rid of Mark, that Loinel would like chill. But it didn't work. And then Loinel got worse, and he kept telling me he forgave me, and it's okay, and that means less competition for him.
Ugh.
And
I'm sorry, Wald, you can't just smile like that. No!
I'm freaking out over here, okay?
Hey, my murder board had it right, and I'm super proud. Disgusted, but proud.
Disgusted
I mean,
but proud.
What I hypothetically said is not wrong.
it's logically
Technically correct is the best kind of correct.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Look, Alice. Get back. Alice. Now that you're kindly filling in the blanks for us poor memory impaired folks. Most of us aren't very clear on what happened at the carnival and what happened with Tim. Because apparently my darling aunt, who is a bit of a hypocrite and elderly, is keeping some secrets from me about her ex-boyfriend's disappearance. Well, he became your ex when he disappeared. It's still an ex. I'm sorry, the reasons don't matter.
It was long ago. It was
pertinent information, apparently.
We're just calculating. Just born.
So tell me when I'm old enough. Sit me down. Make a campfire story out of it.
No, you were not just born. You were a child when I'm calculating properly. I'm not...
Stop doing math and give me the story.
I don't think that either of us, at least from what I remember, either of us have the full picture. But all I know is that Tim came out here one summer. He was my mom's brother, and he came out to.
He had a sister.
They didn't know that they had each other, and they found out this one summer when I was young. It was after my mom had left, and he found out that he had me as his niece, and he came out to visit, and he wanted it to be all very down low. He didn't want anybody to know about it. And we went to the carnival, and it was a great summer until the carnival happened, and there was an accident at the carnival.
That was a creepy accident. And then he went back home?
Yeah, he just... We all were gonna go to the desert and go camping, and sorry. Don't know why I kept saying she. He just said that he had to get back. He had somebody he needed to see, and I never heard from him after that. And I think from what I remember is he went back and he was gonna talk to you, Crystal. And he never got the chance to because something happened.
Well, I was right next to him when it happened, so he could have talked to me.
Yeah, but you know how men are. They always have difficulty expressing emotions. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry.
I'd like to judge you for that comment, but I just harped on all Christians, so I can't.
Full cliche. We are packing it out here. It's in-game.
Oh, the prejudice.
Something took him, Alice. Do you know that? Something grabbed him and kicked me out of a house in the woods. By the way, Sammy, just to be curious, does this house has some kind of similarity with the house where the accident or situation with Tim happened? Because it was a house in the woods, so yes. Crystal would have been like, it looks like.
Yes, it has similarities. It's not the same exact house, but it's definitely a very similar feel to it.
Alice, do you have any idea what took him?
I don't know. I I mean, I keep having this vision of an obelisk taking him, and he wanted to go, but I always thought that was some type of like metaphor or something. I have no idea what took him, but I do know that I was blamed for it. Even though I was here, I don't know. People just seem to like to blame me for everything.
Well, when he went back home, how on earth should you be guilty for that? If it's someone's fault, it would be mine. But
yeah, well, I mean,
an obelisk? Did you ever see an obelisk?
like in books?
But not in real life?
No.
And he wanted to go. Why?
Like I said, I always just figured it was to go to you.
Crystal will just sit down cross-legged in the middle of the room. She's out at the moment. She doesn't know what to ask anymore or how to get out of this situation without getting Alice mad. So she's just sitting down and taking like thinking break just to try to sort everything and try to figure out what is next and keeping one eye on Talia.
Nella starts eating her lasagna. It's definitely vegetarian, and Loinel did not touch.
Definitely. To both.
I mean, if you guys don't have anything else.
Well, you wanted to see me. I thought maybe you had something for us.
Oh, I just wanted to say hi.
Well, hi. So other than everything being completely fucked up, how are you doing?
Not well.
Because Loinel, should we just kill him now?
I mean, if you kill him, we both know he's just gonna come back.
Give us a break.
Yeah, that's true.
We are not killing anyone, girls. This is
Why not? She's done it before.
That doesn't mean it's right. You don't kill people.
Look, Loinel comes back. Is it killing him if he comes back?
I don't need more customers. I have enough to do with dead people.
So don't dissect him. We'll just chuck him in the river.
I mean, you'll see how he died, Crystal.
Mark
Yeah, you'll be
died.
there. You won't have to examine him for cause of death.
I don't want any dead people around anymore. We've seen enough dead people by now.
Okay, but what's the definition of dead, though? Because we saw a dead Loinel, and he's still downstairs. So is he really dead? Is he?
I don't want to see a corpse in front of me. I don't care if a parallel living same person is around. It doesn't make it better.
I'm so tempted to tell you to just turn around then.
Sometimes I get why your father probably had the idea to put you in that camp, really.
I really don't, because he really should have known better that camp isn't gonna fix me.
I know the camp is a stupid idea. And I still don't get why my brother ever thought it would be a good idea.
Desperate times, desperate people, they do stupid things.
My dad did the same thing.
I know, right?
Talia, you're a good girl.
I don't hurt innocent people. I don't think Loinel qualifies.
No. Well, I don't know if the Lionel we have here qualifies, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure he's not an innocent person. We've heard him admit to misunderstandings. Like, if we kill this Loinel, at least he will temporarily not feed people blood and stalk underage girls to the point where they become murderer / sociopath. I'm just saying, Alice might have had a very different life if Loinel hadn't targeted from the age of 7? 7,
8, 9, 10.
Middle school, yay high.
I think it was like 7-ish, yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly, we
something
all
like that.
go through bad stuff, and Lionel was bad stuff without discussions, but Alice just needs to end. I'm done time traveling back and forth and losing my mind and getting it back again and learning a new thing that I didn't even know that it happened because it didn't happen to me yet. It happened to future me. You're breaking.
Lots of things happen to future us that Alice remembers.
But Alice, you're breaking all of us. Is that your goal? Because then it's easier just to finish it?
It's not me that's doing this. I'm trying to figure out everything that's going on. You can't blame me for everything that's happening to you.
I'm not blaming you for everything. I've been through a lot where you were not involved in, but the time jumps are linked to you, and if you don't do them, who does?
I'm just trying to break all of this to get out.
We would like to help because we want to get out of this as well.
Yeah, but you guys aren't as much a part of this as you think you are. No offense.
No,
But we are
I'm pretty happy on the fringe, let's be honest.
We are somehow linked, and if we can help.
I think that all of you, in your own sick, twisted ways or not, have tried to help me.
And failed.
Tried to help me.
So what can we do differently so it works this time?
I mean, you just gotta write it out. And with that, she's gone. Do you both want to roll me sanity checks?
Yes,
Sorry,
I do.
I will fail on sanity. I will not even roll. I will definitely fail on a sanity check because
I am going to roll it.
Because Crystal will be sitting there and she will just scream out in frustration.
I failed as well.
I will still roll because I'm curious, but I will take a fail. That's why I want to fail. This is nope.
Okay, perfect.
Come on, Crystal, join the ride down.
I want to go. I have to go down. This is not healthy.
Well, you both take 7 sanity damage.
Can I negate 2 of those so I get down to a round number?
You can, yep.
I'll take 2 luck and 5 sanity damage.
Okay, perfect.
So you guys will hear a scream from Crystal upstairs. Just in case.
Yeah, Talia's gonna start searching this room.
Crystal is sitting there, stops screaming, and just watching Talia.
Gotta be something good in here, man. Gotta be.
Yeah. So first, if you can make me, what's a spot hidden check. And the rest of you, as you guys are all downstairs, I believe Loinel and Carmen are both out back, and Scott is in the kitchen. Unless he wandered into the backyard.
What happened with my guns again?
Oh, did you? You had one.
They were when they removed. Didn't people take them away from me because
the big ones were taken away?
Just a shotgun.
I had the one in the case.
I gave you back the shotgun. You asked for it before.
Fantastic! I've got all my guns. Fantastic.
No, I
just warned to you not to shoot someone because then I will haunt you and it will be.
No worries. Okay.
Also, Talia wanted to be there when you shot someone.
Well, Scott did say that he wasn't going to shoot anyone, and he was not lying. However, he's going to carry out onto the back porch a folding table. Unfold the table. The lasagna's in the oven. I do a lot of pre-prep, so it's easier to cook. He's going to roll out a mat, take the case, start removing parts of the sniper rifle, and just clean them, assemble them. Really hoping I can get some sanity damage here. I realize I'm freaking everyone else out, but for me, this will hopefully give me some sanity back.
I think this adds as well to Carmen's little cleaning fit that she's having. And just casually just like goes, I think at this point I would like go inside to the kitchen, maybe grab like a washcloth and come back out and now clean the table around where he's putting his gun together and like clean off the chairs and not say anything and not look at anybody.
Perfect. Scott, do you want to roll me a sanity check with advantage? I will give you one of my advantages.
A sanity check with advantage. So
Unless
this is just fishing for ones.
Yeah, so you could use your crit.
I think I will use my auto success. I'm going to auto success. This is just to regain some sanity, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to use my auto success to regain some sanity.
Okay, and I believe it's a 1d6 sanity that you regain, or it might be 2d6. We'll just call it 2d6. It's the last game. I'm making up my rules.
I mean, that's still only an average of 7, so I'm not going to get in double digits. Unlikely, at least. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, so is there anything that you guys, aside from cleaning your gun and being in a cleaning fit?
100%. As I'm like reassembling the barrel and all that, I'm gonna be like, Carmen, I didn't realize that you knew Ellis.
I didn't, to be really honest, know that I knew her either. And I think at this point she would kind of like throw the washcloth on the table and just pick a seat and sit down and like face Scott, like face to face. I, to be really honest, didn't, like I said, know that I knew her. She kind of said in a tizzy the last time I saw her that I was the one who ruined her family and, you know, I was an evil person. And then she slipped me a piece of paper with Amelia's name on it. And I didn't really know that I ruined her mom's relationship with her first husband. And I don't know. This is all, it's a lot.
That ain't quite it, though, is it? It wasn't her mom's relationship, right? Because that would be my relationship.
I figured she remarried and maybe passed away or something. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I was, you know, I spoke to her last time I saw her. He said that you muscled in on Tim, her husband.
Oliver.
Oliver, her husband. I know names.
Wait. You mean Oliver was Ellis's husband?
Uh-huh.
She's just a teenager, though. How...
Oh, no. She only appears as a teenager when she wants to. You know that.
And I think at this point, Carmen would just kind of like slump her head in her hands. I didn't know that. I didn't put two and two together because I only thought Ellis was a teenager at the very oldest. She never appeared any older, and I didn't think she was old enough to marry. So, that's a shocker.
Real interesting, though. Getting Oliver out of the picture first, then the way me and you have been treating each other recently.
I didn't know.
That's suddenly in a real different light now.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
At this point, Scott's gonna like take a second to just check that he's aligned the site properly.
Hey, I do have a question. Were Carmen and Scott, were you cleaning the same table that Scott was building the gun on, or?
Yeah, I was like literally cleaning around like his case before he started putting out all like the pieces. I just like started cleaning around it beforehand and then started cleaning.
Would y'all have said anything to if Lionel started to help cleaning?
No, I wouldn't have said anything. I would have let you help.
Scott?
I wouldn't have said anything, no.
Cool. Can I use my auto success with a sleight of hand to have taken a piece from the gun while I was helping cleaning?
Oh shit! Yeah, you can.
Oh my god!
Absolutely, you can.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh.
It's a
Also,
small-
Carmen, can you roll me a sanity check?
I was just gonna say, I
Small,
just saw in chat.
insignificant
I will
piece,
definitely do
you know.
that.
Like a pin or something?
Yeah, just what looks like a
I'm
small
not even
pin.
gonna spend luck on that. I super need to fail that. I super need to
perfect.
fail that.
Oh shit.
Oh.
There you go.
All right. I know how this may look to you, and I don't really have anything to say besides I'm sorry. I don't even. Yeah, I suppose nothing I say at this point is going to make anything better, but it was never my intention. It was never something that I wanted. The entirety of it, the affair, the child, now this, if I knew that this is what I was going to get for following my heart at the moment, I would have stayed eons away. And I don't want you to think that I was trying to do anything to get to you.
I can see you didn't realize what was going on. Okay, I believe you're being genuine right now. It's okay, but now you know. Maybe that'll help you out with your little relationship with Ellis. She might have torn up about you nearly as much as she is about you, Lionel.
Oh well. No, it's still just a misunderstanding. I'm sure if I got to talk to her, we could hash this out.
That ain't happening.
That's fine. I'm getting the feeling you don't like me much, Scott.
To be fair, Loinel, I don't think many of us like you at this moment.
I mean, I've made my mistakes, but I've tried to correct them. I mean, I don't know what much more I can do. Is there anything I can do to help appease y'all?
It's not about appeasing us. That's not what any of this is about. If we were here to appease each other, we all just would have stayed in one location spewing lies. This isn't about appeasement any more than it is about finding out what is really going on. And I feel like you've been the only one to really kind of cover everything up. We just had a conversation about you taking responsibility for your actions, and you tried to play that on as something else.
I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to explain my side of the story here? I mean, I thought we were trying to get to the truth. If I'm telling my side of the truth and y'all don't accept it, then what are we supposed to do here?
But there's two sides. There's two sides to every story.
Exactly. There's two sides to every story. I'm telling you what I saw. If I don't do that and y'all don't take it, then there's not much more I can go down now, is there?
Well, we can listen to Ellis, and we can listen to the second side of the story.
Scott, can we talk to Ellis?
See, now this is the thing, okay? This isn't about appeasement or anything like that. This is about boundaries and accepting those boundaries and moving forward with proper respect for each other. Now, for me and Ellis right now, a boundary would be you having contact with her because she does not feel safe. And there ain't nothing you can do to change that, okay? In this situation, she has no obligation to be seeing you or speaking with you, and neither should she have to.
And I
should respect
totally
that boundary.
I respect that boundary. I'm just saying, y'all tell me one thing and going around and telling me another. It's like, I can't win. And if,
what do you mean we're telling you one thing and then telling you another? Because I'm pretty sure we've been
y'all saying that I'm hiding stuff from you and I'm telling you what's going on, then y'all saying, well, no, it's not. But it's like, I'm sorry, what more can I do? I'm just saying, if there's two sides of every story, then hear every side of the story. And
we did.
Right. So.
And we're deciding on one that we believe in. We don't have to believe your side of the story. Nobody has to believe the side of the story.
You don't have to believe my side of the story. You just, at least let me go in on what's going on. I mean...
we have been, though. Loinel, we've been trying to get you to understand everything that's been going on since we discovered that you were a major problem for Ellis.
I mean, I feel like the only one who's been really telling me is Scott. He obviously doesn't want me around. But the rest of y'all give me mixed signals. Maybe not Talia, but...
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't think I have a say in any of this because I'm not involved in the situation. The only people that matter are Ellis and Scott.
You are. So... maybe it's just best if I just leave y'all to be. And y'all figure it out, and then y'all come and find me.
That would
You're
be
not
best.
going...
I mean, I'll be at the shop like I normally am. See, what is this?
And
I'll turn to
Scott is
someone-
common.
Scott. Yeah, no, I will turn to Scott. I know that Ellis is not comfortable with him here, but obviously if something is going on and Ellis is a part of it and Loinel is a part of it and all of us who have done Ellis wrong are a part of it, he cannot leave. The last thing we need is him going off to do whatever he may do and comprising another way to either sneak out or leave or find another way to get to Ellis. Would you really want the person who's stalking your daughter out of your sight when he's sitting right in front of you?
All right, Scott, I know you don't want me here, so look, you can even watch me walk away till you got your scope, till I'm out of whatever fucking firing distance or whatever, if that's safe enough for you away from Ellis. We know she's here, so I'll just go.
Why do you want to go so bad?
Well, I mean, it's obvious I'm not wanted. Is it normal for people to stay where they're not wanted?
You have a point, but at the same time, I just don't trust you wanting to leave so badly. What are you going to do? What do you have plans for? You can't leave the town. Your butcher shop has been empty for days and days on end. You obviously haven't had any customers or had to be worried about your stock or inventory.
It's my
So
home,
what are you going to do
Carmen.
by yourself?
I mean, sometimes you just want to be home, you know? And this is my home. This town is my home, even if I don't always feel welcome in it, you know? I mean, at least give me some bit of peace here.
Look, I'm okay with that. I think we should be respecting each other's boundaries. I think you should head back home. I do, Lionel. Carmen, I can see what you're saying, but at the same time, he's speaking a lot of sense right now. Sense is as sense does. And I think, yes, you can head back to yours. You respect our boundaries. We respect yours. It's not that I don't like you. I just don't like the effect you have on my family.
Understandable. And seeing how this is your house, I might have to defer to that. I'm sorry, Carmen, but, you know, this is his house, so...
Hang on a minute. The lasagna's done. I'll give you some to go.
I mean, that's mighty kind of you.
I'm gonna go and get a Tupperware and fill it with lasagna.
In the most dad move ever.
Lasagna and rat poison?
And you get the
I'll just hand over
Tupperware.
a lasagna.
Okay, perfect. And before Loinel leaves, what were Crystal and Talia going to do after Ellis disappeared?
I rolled to see if I found anything cool in the room.
Thank you. Yep.
And I sent you a question in private chat.
Oh no, there's
Oh,
so many
yes.
questions. Oh, okay,
I'm so
perfect.
sorry. Yeah, thanks. I figured.
Yep. So,
Just had to check.
yeah. And you succeeded, right?
I did.
So you find, like, what are you looking for?
Either things that are like that would give me a hint as to time. She burned the house down in her youth, but it's fine now. But we were in the burnt house before, so like, is the cookbook with the inscription there?
The cookbook is still there. It's old and worn.
Yeah, okay. Any like mementos from when we were at camp together? Just yeah.
Yeah,
Anything
so you
that
see-
hints at occult stuff, how this time loop is working.
Yeah, so, okay. So what you find is you find the old worn cookbook on a bookshelf. And on this bookshelf, you see a lot of classic books, like solely classic. So there's like, right, like, oh gosh, Sam
Adventure in the Rye, Tale of Two Cities, everything from like the Penguin Young Reading list.
Yeah, and then you also have like the Iliad and the Odyssey.
Ugh, those are terrible.
Yes, and more books that. Oh, thank you, chat. We have. Oh yes, Dante's Inferno, Dracula, Frankenstein. I could easily just look up and to my right, and there's an entire bookshelf.
I'm sorry, if the Twilight books are there, I am burning those.
No, there's no Twilight books there.
Chat, you take that back.
And then there's a copy of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.
Isn't this? If I showed Anne Crystal, is this the same one as you found?
Let's see. She will pull it out of her bag. If it's still there.
It is. It's still there.
Is it the same?
And it's a little older, but it looks like it could be the same book.
Any inscriptions? Any pages marked, torn out, folded?
Nope.
At least not in my version.
Yep, not in neither version. They both just look like they're they both look like they're just ready. Yes, Kelly, I am looking at your bookshelf.
Ooh, dirty. I will say that Maintaining Taxes 101 is in fact the most scary book chat has suggested.
That's true.
Scary. That is a horrible book to read.
How to fill out your tax return.
Finally, the true horror is revealed. No, I'll just... And there's no other mirrors, right?
There's no other mirrors, and you do find on this bookshelf as well, there's a photo book, and it's just called Camp, and it's various pictures of Ellis as a about 17-year-old at camp. And you're in most of the pictures. You know, you guys seem to be having a good time together. You seem to be friends.
Good time at Brat Camp should worry most adults.
Yes. And you find a couple letters, exchanges between Alice and her dad and Scott. And it's kind of like Scott saying, like, I'm sorry, this is what the therapist, or this is what the doctor suggested, to try to help you, I hope you know that I'm doing this out of love and not out of...
Yeah. See, never trust a therapist.
Yeah, and, like, she kind of says, like, I know you, like, it starts as, like, mad letters from her, like, how could you do this to me? How dare you? And then it kind of, over a couple letters, it's like, yes, I know you thought this was best for me, like, I understand. And she kind of talks about how she met her friend named Talia there, and how they seem to be getting along great. And Natalia is kind of a troublemaker, but not a bad type of troublemaker. Yeah. But it's kind of just like, yeah, she gets into trouble, but, you know, she's somebody that I trust, and that makes me feel like I'm okay. And somebody that doesn't make me feel like everything about me is wrong, and doesn't make me feel like a bad person. A lot of the things she said to you, kind of in the room, are reflected in these letters. That's all. That's what you find.
That's cool.
Send tweet.
Send tweet. I will put everything back where I found it. And just sort of put my aunt in the shoulder going, should we be going downstairs? Are you okay? Are you done with the screaming? Do you need to rip open a pillow or set something on fire?
Yeah, that might be...
Find some bugs, something.
How do we get out of this nightmare? I would really like to just find a solution to this. There must be a way to end this. And Lionel shooting him is not the answer. I'm quite sure
It's
about
not shooting him, because if Lionel starts shooting people, I think we're in the wrong timeline.
that. No, also shooting Lionel will not help.
No, we need to stab him, apparently.
That doesn't make it better.
Well, it
Got us here.
worked briefly, apparently.
Yeah, and look where we are now. Crystal will stand up. We are, by the way, still 10 years older around than before.
I'll let you guys decide. Do you guys want to be 10 years older, or do you want to go back to your normal age? I know. Let's flip.
I'm good
Okay,
with 10 years older.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently I look good in my 20s.
Don't we all?
That could solve a problem for Scott as well.
Who's the creeper now?
Hey, I'm over 20 now. Apparently, we're cool.
Well, it only solves one of the problems. It doesn't solve the fact that she's not interested.
Well, you know, there's surgeries. It could fix that problem.
Not to mention that, like, this is Ellis's dad. You know, that's apparently not a problem.
No.
Ugh. Okay, anyway, thank you very much.
It wasn't a problem for Carmen.
Thank you very much to possibly not Ali, who can say, who increases everyone's luck pool by 2 points.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna need it so much.
Tanya, I really hope we turn back in age when we leave this freaking house. I have no idea how to explain ever to anyone why we aged.
Yeah, try dropping me off in brat camp now, people. Can't put an adult in brat camp.
You haven't been put to brat camp yet.
No, but you're planning to, and if I stay this age, you can't. No.
Wait, you're...
My dad, with your help, your assistance, you're complicit. You took me to America. Oh, let's go on holiday. Don't think I've forgotten. Yes, you were going to stay around and help me. Doesn't matter.
The brat camp is so far not planned. He must have come to me during vacation, after vacation. So far, I have no idea when this happens. And after what happened just till now, I will bite his freaking head off if he tries to propose something like a brat camp.
I think it's pretty clear, even if I do go to brat camp, I don't end up any more societally well adjusted.
It's a stupid idea. It will.
I know.
He just has troubles understanding.
Oh, but if I don't go to brat camp, I don't meet Alice.
Yeah, that would be lovely. Then maybe.
Oh, but she's nice. I like her. No, we're friends now.
You like her?
I do. She's amazing.
The moment you make her mad, she will murder you. Great.
Well, you know, I have friends that have the same terms and conditions.
Your friends are not murderers.
Give
They
them
are
time.
at least not people murderers, not animal murder. That's a different story.
Fine. I see your point.
Thank you very much to Ali again, sorry to interrupt, who donated £7 and a penny to round it up to 100.
Oh, thank you so much. I actually have the donation tab open to donate something and a penny to get rid of that .99, and now I don't have to. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I will keep my donations for other games.
I'll be in bed for other games.
Well,
anyway,
more this week.
Are we going downstairs? Are we doing this? What are we doing? What's the plan? What are we telling them? Are we telling them this? Should we just go, well, that was not at all interesting.
Let's see.
Should
if
we
they
just start
murdered
lying by
Bubba
now?
by
I think we would have heard a gunshot. Maybe they stabbed him. No, we would have noticed.
Yeah, great. Let's go down. Maybe you want something from the lasagna?
Sure.
It's veggie. Lionel was not near it, so at least you would eat something properly.
Yeah, point 2 is the most interesting. I'll go there, yeah.
Okay.
Is Scott in the kitchen when they come down?
So actually, before they come down, I believe Carmen goes up to Scott.
So...
Actually, I'm sorry. before that happens, I forgot to resolve this, and I totally just forgot about it. Oh no, my laptop is gonna die. Not this laptop. When Lionel tries to leave, sorry, give me like 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. Okay.
Ali, I can't do with that what I will. You have to tell me what you want to do with it. Let me know what you want to do with that donation, and we'll sort it out.
So yes, tell Scrat what to do. Anyway, so before Carmen goes to Scott, when Lionel leaves, you kind of just, as he turns around to leave, you see a bunch of blood and stab wounds and blood just dripping down his back, and he falls face first into the ground.
Wait, do we see that, or does that just happen?
Nope, you guys see that happen.
Have I already given him lasagna, yeah?
Yeah.
Does the lasagna go everywhere?
No, you have it in a Tupperware, and you get the good Tupperware, so it's those, those like commercials where they're showing you how good their Tupperware is, and they throw it everywhere and it still stays. That's what happens.
Did we just make a Tupperware advert? This is great.
Yeah, Tupperware TM.
I'm just immediately going to look at Carmen. I did not do that.
I think she would just kind of like immediately push back from the table and run towards Lionel, just because that's like first reaction. And if he fell face first, I would try to roll him over so he's laying on his back to see if he's still conscious and I can talk to him.
You don't want to do that, Carmen. Triage, you want to keep the wounds facing upwards. It makes the blood harder to seep out. If he's still alive, you want to keep him alive.
Okay. And then I'll just kind of like in the middle, pushing him forward, just gently lay him back down and just kind of like tilt his head towards me, I guess. And just like almost the same thing that I was doing with Scott, with like gently stroking his face and his hair. Just be like, hey, and like tapping his face. Hey, Lionel, are you still with me? Hello?
I'm gonna go back inside to the kitchen where the oven is nice and hot and has a nice hot metal pan with lasagna in there. That could solve this problem very quickly if he's alive. It'll hurt like hell and he'll probably pass out, but he might be passed out already. We can stop the bleeding real quick.
Yeah, is there any response to me trying to like get his attention, trying to smack his face?
Go ahead and you can make me like a medicine or a strength or anything that you want. If you find something on there and you want to try to argue it, go ahead and make that check.
I think I would just try. Let me just do strength because I don't know. I don't want it to be medical. I'm just trying to wake him up and like smack him hard enough to wake him up, but not hard enough to like be a dick.
Or maybe a little too hard.
Just a little hard. Maybe just the tiniest bit. But I'm trying to wake him up as her like knocking him out.
So you give him a nice slap. I don't know if that's what you were going to do, but
yeah, just like like tapping his face, kind of just like giving him the whole like hello, wake up.
Yeah, and he should be waking, but he's not.
I'm ducking in the house. I'm gonna go and get that metal tray, and possibly also shout up to the others.
I think at that point, if he's not waking up, I would turn around and obviously see Scott going in the house, so I would run in after him to kind of be like, what do we do? What's going on?
Hang on, I'll just call out Crystal, Talia!
Sammy, that would be the point probably where we are just leaving the room?
Yeah.
We are on our way, what happened?
Medical emergency, can you come down here?
Crystal will run down and pull Talia with her.
Shit! I was gonna know you were running ahead of me.
No.
How can I get rid of you, woman?
You won't.
And
then I'll
drag down the stairs.
Get my oven gloves and start getting the pan out, because my brain's thinking cauterize the root wounds, but I'll wait for Crystal to give an eye over it, I suppose.
That would be really lovely. What happened? We come storming into the kitchen, Talia halfway pulled behind me.
Lionel just collapsed outside. He's bleeding pretty heavy. I'm bringing the pan out in case we need to cauterize the wounds, but I guess you should take a look first.
Put the pan down and get me a first aid, bandages, whatever you have that can get bloody kit.
Can you make me a medicine check? Sorry.
Carmen, just look at her. Watch her. Pointing at Talia.
Cool. He's not responding. I just tried to slap his face. No, none of us stabbed him. He said he wanted to go home. He said he wanted to go home, and then he started walking, and then I looked, and he was face first in the dirt. And then I tried to wake him up, and he's not waking up.
I will just run outside and have a look for myself.
Yeah, make a medicine or a pathology check.
Are working like hard this week?
I will spend 5 luck to make it a hard success.
Okay. He's gone. And you get the feeling there's nothing you can do to bring him back.
I walk back towards the house, staying within line of sight of Carmen. Sort of open the door and yell, "And Ellis! Lionel's gone! You can come to the barbecue now!"
Crystal will stand up and will yell out for Alice as well. Alice, move your ass here. What on earth? Just see if something happens.
Nothing.
I'm gonna go eat lasagna.
I'm gonna turn to
vegetarian. Vegetarian
Untouched by Lionel.
On the left, meat on the right.
I'll eat from the right.
This is not my niece. Oh goodness.
Meat on
I'm sorry,
the right.
Alice and I just discussed murdering him straight up. How am I going to act shocked now that he falls down dead?
It's a difference talking about it and watching it.
Wait,
Results the same.
is Ella still here, Talia?
No, she disappeared. We kept harping on her and how we're supposed to help her get us all out of this, but apparently we just have to ride it out. And then we reminisced about camp, about Carmen stealing her husband, and then flirting with her dad. And then we reminisced about Lionel and Mark both stalking her, and how she had to kill Oliver and Lionel and Mark to make things stop. Now she actually burned down her house.
That makes
You know,
sense,
girl
though.
talk.
I taught her that one. Just write it out. I learned that one myself. Just write it out. Everything will be okay.
I'm just gonna sit and eat lasagna.
I'm actually going to stomp past everybody and go upstairs and search for what I think is Alice's room.
Great.
Whoa, Scott's following you. Whoa, where are you going?
I promise I'm not going to hurt nobody. I just want to talk to her. I feel like now that I know 100% of what happened, she deserves an apology and deserves it before anybody else starts keeling over and dying.
Okay, look. All right. No, I agree. But you gotta understand, she's not gonna like it if you just jump up on her. Why don't you let me go up first and just have a quick chat to her and see if she wants to see you.
Okay. Either way,
she might not like it if you go to her space either. She might prefer it in a neutral place, maybe like the living room or something.
I was just gonna sit in the hallway and hope she would come to me, but that works totally fine too.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
as you're talking, you hear a voice, or you hear somebody say, I know you didn't mean to, but you really hurt me, Carmen. And she's behind you if you turn around.
I'll turn around and kind of look at her. I know. And as much as you feel like Oliver is the one to fully blame or to be more mad at than me, please be more mad at me, because I knew you came to me in a time of need, and I betrayed you. I betrayed my job. I betrayed my own instincts. And there's nothing that I can do to make this better, but I'm sorry. If I knew any of this was going to be a result of my own actions, then I was telling Scott I would have been so far away, it wouldn't have been funny. And I know that there's nothing that I can do to fix it in this moment, but I at least need you to know that I am sorry, and I will do whatever I have to for the rest of my days to make it up to you and your father. Because, and I'll turn to Scott when I say this, in any other circumstance, if I met you, things may have been different. And now I know that things probably will never be the same moving forward, and that this can't be salvaged. But I care for you. And turn around, I'll look at Ellis again. And in turn, because I care about him, I care about you. And I just hope that I can try to do right now. And I can try to do whatever needs to happen to make all of this just go back to some sort of semblance of normalcy. If you want to be mad at me for the rest of your life, Ellis, you have every right to be. And obviously Oliver's out of the picture for both of us now. So that definitely won't be an issue, but I just need to know that you won't try to kill me over this, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. I know what I did was wrong, and I don't ever plan to do anything like that again, but please promise you just won't kill me.
Ellis, I gotta say, I don't know how I feel right now. I feel pretty betrayed. But I would appreciate it if you didn't kill Carmen just yet.
Yeah, I won't kill her just yet.
Appreciate that,
But I hope you know. Of course, Dad. Of course. I just hope you spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder and sleeping with one eye open.
I'd say it's the least I deserve. And I'll turn to Scott and look at him and just say, I'm sorry for ruining your daughter's life and in turn making yours a lot more complicated. Like I said, I never knew any of this would be a result.
You aren't the only person that ruined my life, and as my dad knows, this has been a theme in my life.
It has. I don't want to be one of the ones that becomes part of that.
Oh, Dad, you've been my one brick through this all.
Love you, sweetie.
I love you too. And with that, she comes up to give you a hug, and each step that she takes closer to you, she gets younger and younger, until when she comes up to you, she is that child again.
It's less awkward with a child. Yeah, I pick her up. I stick her on my hip. I give her a big hug.
Yeah. Do you think you would need to make a sanity roll during all of this? Seeing her.
I'll use my advantages just because I've got one. But at the end of the day here, we're fishing for a 7 out of 100 chance, so... 84?
Are you gonna use your... Oh.
Hugging your daughter seems to be a good thing for your sanity. Oh my goodness.
That's a big ol' wow coming from me.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Well,
I'll tell you what, Ellis. How about we make a little deal? How does that sound?
yeah.
Well, all the time that Carmen is doing her best to make me and you happy, how about we don't kill her?
Okay, but I get to be the judge, and I get to say whether I think that she's still trying or not, Dad.
Okay, well, I don't think you should be the only judge. I think you should be one of the key judges, but we should have discussions about it.
Okay, I promise I'll let you know before I kill her.
Okay.
Such a good little serial killer.
I think at this moment, because Carmen heard that, she would kind of put her head down and immediately start walking to the kitchen and just doing the dishes.
And does Carmen need to make a sanity check as well?
Carmen definitely needs to make a sanity check. Okay. I'm okay for now.
Perfect. And at this point, is it, what are you doing, Scott?
I'm gonna start walking to the kitchen with Ellis on my hip. Should we go and get some lasagna, sweetie? Do you want some lasagna? I got some of that nice vegetarian one.
Yeah. You know I don't like meat. You know, Dad, is it okay if I invite my friends over?
Which ones?
Alba.
I know I said that you shouldn't be having imaginary friends, but Alba is one of the sweetest ones of your imaginary friends. So I guess
I like Alba.
You can invite
Yeah.
Alba. Yep.
Okay, perfect. And then maybe later I'll invite over Hugh and Calvin, and then we can have like a party or something.
That sounds good to me. 7 sanity, everyone.
I'm just eating lasagna, man.
And with this, you hear a gasp in the woods as Lionel shoots up.
Can I turn to my Aunt Crystal and go, I fucking told you so! I told you it's not really killing him!
I am still outside, standing right next to the body.
They're next to the zombie!
I still think Carmen is looking out for you.
And can you all make me a sanity check?
Oh, goodness, yes.
So the body next to me basically is moving now.
Yep, after
Guessing that
you very
includes
much...
me, right?
Yeah, I would like you to make a sanity check as well, as you've just died and shot back up.
I'm just gonna roll with advantage again.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness.
How weirdly appropriate.
You are enjoying this too much.
Best holiday ever!
And Scrat, did you roll? Are you rolling?
Oh, rolling a sanity check as well? Oh, okay, yeah, I guess I should
Yeah.
roll. At this point, am I really surprised?
Perfect. Yep.
I suppose, hang on, I do have a whole bunch of advantages, and it is the finale, so I
Okay,
should burn
yeah,
through them.
yeah, go
But,
say it.
A lot of people had a browser error that happened, so maybe a short recap. Because mine also crashed, and everyone else in chats also crashed.
Oh, well, yeah, let's do that
Oh.
then.
Tell them what happened.
Okay.
What did I just
Oh,
roll?
mine's not back yet. But unless I need to
Oh,
refresh.
I rolled luck. That doesn't count. There we go. There we go.
The crit broke Twitch. Yes. Yes. it did.
Yes. I think all I had was just I'm having Lionel shot back up, and everybody is rolling a sanity check, including Lionel. And yeah, Talia did crit on that.
We're slowly chipping down on that sanity.
Yeah.
Just keeps going down and down and down.
And
Lionel had a
Wait,
hard success.
my holiday. Oh, nice one.
Oh,
You're
nice.
just happy to be alive.
so
How much
everybody
did we do?
takes
Sorry, 8.
8.
Oh shit!
Yes. I'll get to you, Scrat.
8?
Before that, yeah, everybody loses 8
He's done.
except Talia gains 8.
Oh shit!
Oh no.
And
Wait.
with that,
Do
yes.
I lose anything with the hard success?
Oh, sorry, no. If you failed, I'm sorry. If you failed, you lose 8. Except, yeah.
I'm cool. Lionel's cool.
Wait, Scrat, you still get to roll that with advantage if you were trying to roll your sanity with advantage, because you rolled luck the first time, so you still get another sanity roll.
I did.
Yeah,
81 and
that
29.
was his.
There too.
Oh, am I not? Oh, okay.
And
Oh,
with this, the camera fades, moves into a black, darkened room where you see Alice shoot up from her sleep. And she is fully covered in sweat. And just very deep breathing. And she says, "Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. Oh great. Oh great." And she walks out of her room, slowly walks down the hall, with every step kind of creaking like it does at nighttime. And she opens up the door to the master bedroom, where an older Scott is there sleeping. And she wakes him up. Just, Dad.
Yeah.
Dad. I had another one of those dreams. You know those dreams that I have when after I do something bad and I go and I regret it. You know, it happened after I killed Mark and Lionel and after the fires.
Mm-hmm.
And this time I think I messed up, Dad. I think I messed up.
What's wrong, sweetie?
And before she answers that, we're going to pan away to a different scene. It's a dark and stormy night at a high school where a 28-year-old Lionel is kind of under the bleachers looking around for something. Not something on the ground. He is looking for a specific person. And you just see him frantically trying to find this person and saying, "I just saw her. Where is she? I need to talk to her." And Lionel, you get a tap on the back of your shoulder. And as you turn around, you see Ellis with a knife. And she says, "Were you looking for someone?"
Is this after Mark is dead?
Yes, this is after Mark is dead.
Like, oh, good. I found you.
Yeah. Are you gonna stop now?
Stop. Do you know what I've done for you?
Do you know what I've done to get rid of you? I mean, I thought that after Mark, I thought that would send you a very clear message.
I helped you with that. I mean, I butchered my own friend after he died. I made sure his body was never found.
I know. But I mean,
do you know? It's easy for me. I can just distribute it, and thankfully, because of it, I see Mark in the whole town now. So he's everywhere. So really, he's never left us, honestly. And I did that for you, Ellis. Because if I just let them find the body, they'd never believe you. You're just some girl who starts fires. But I know you're more than that, And I know you don't see it right now, but you'll come around to it.
Don't do this to me, Loinel. You cannot do this to me. No. I refuse. No, you can't. Stop trying. Stop.
Considering everything that's happened, it's pretty obvious that you don't know what to do. I can help you with that,
No, I think I do know what to do, Loinel.
I'm pretty sure I know better than you. And you'll come around to it. You'll see. You just gotta let it happen.
Yep, you're right. Why don't you just leave right now, and I'll go home, and then I'll call you tomorrow, and when I've calmed down. You know how I get when I get like this. So I think I just need some time to calm down, and I'll call you tomorrow.
You're not 18, I get it, but I know I'm counting down the time till we can be official. But I can still walk you home.
No, boy, no. I'd rather you didn't. I think you know that my dad would freak out if he saw you.
Oh, Scott, I can handle myself. Don't you worry.
Okay, fine. And she goes and turns to walk away with you, presumably. And as you guys walk, it's a fairly uneventful walk back, and she doesn't really say much.
I just look around like, why don't you give me that knife? I don't think you don't know how to use that. I can show you how to cut properly. It's my job.
No,
come by the shop after school. No, you don't need to be going to those lessons. Just you can talk to me.
It's my dad's knife. I don't think he would appreciate it. If
everyone else talks to me, so you should too.
Yeah, but I just no. Let me. I'll put it back when I get home. My dad would kill me if he found out that I took one of his knives.
All right. Well, just make sure you call me when you get back.
Oh yeah, I will. Okay.
I don't want to have to come find you now.
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay, bye. And she kind of gives you like an awkward hug.
And he's like, you can do better than that. And I hug her hard.
You get that, like, when somebody gets hugged a little too hard, they have that, like, okay. And she turns to walk away.
Mm-hmm. I'll just stand there watching her.
And you watch her, and she disappears around a corner out of sight. Do you turn and go home, or do you follow her?
Oh, I'll get an option. I'll follow for a bit.
Perfect. And I think you probably would follow her and make sure she got home, I'm assuming. Make sure she got home safe. Unless I'm wrong.
No.
And after you see that she goes inside and turns off the light, Can you make me a listen check, please?
Do I still have an advantage?
I believe so, yeah.
Cool. Let's see. Oh, hey. Sure. Take 13.
That is so horribly appropriate and inappropriate at the same time. I cannot say nice to that at all.
I wanted to say nice, but I was like, no.
No. No, Mackenzie, no.
And as you turn around to walk away, you hear something in the bushes, but it's probably just like a cat or something. Until all of a sudden, you feel a searing pain in your back. And again, another pain. And you're falling down before you can realize what's happening to you, as everything just goes black. Thus ending Loinel. And next, we pan over to Carmen. And we see her sitting alone in her room in her late 20s and just kind of pacing. And in the house that she lives in, you see everything is very disheveled. And you see a bunch of newspaper clippings of great detective can no longer find work. And you see these stories of a private investigator who, after some incident, never seemed to be the same. Who always seemed to be looking over her shoulder. And people would use words like crazy to describe her. And she was just sitting there, shaking in the corner, staring at her front door. Next, we pan over to Talia and Crystal, who are just a few blocks down from this house that Alice lives in, just living normal lives. And you see a few clips of them, of kind of throughout the years after this camp, of Talia and Ellis kind of getting into weird shenanigans together. They always seem to come very close to breaking the law and not hurting anybody, just doing dumb shit. But they never actually cross that line into breaking the law. And in one of these scenes, you see a moment where Talia's facade kind of breaks. And she just breaks down, telling Ellis, yeah, this was supposed to be a trip. And apparently, halfway through, Crystal got a call from my parents saying that I wasn't allowed to return. And so we decided to stay here. Apparently Crystal fought my dad and words were said, but it's fine now. Let's go let's go do some occult shit. Let's go, let's get out of here. And we end in the room where Ellis is talking to Scott. And she says, Dad, I finally did it. I think, after every time after I've either, set a fire or, killed somebody, I get these dreams where the people that have been trying to help me in whatever capacity, they're trying to get me out of this state. And it's that same weird-ass town. And I can't, Dad. I can't. It was so scary. But I think this is because I finally killed Mom. And we fade out to black. And that is completely normal.
Oh my god.
Yelling, but I don't want to blow everyone's ears.
Oh my goodness, Sam.
Sammy.
Come on.
You're killing me. I still don't know who her mom is.
Oh.
Dead. That's who she is. Dead.
I don't know if she's dead.
She's dead, and she made me go crazy, and she killed Lionel.
That was fair.
Oh, that's so fair. That's so fair.
Crystal and Talia are still up.
Crystal and Talia are living together. I'm so happy.
I'm glad someone left the campaign. No, I'm happy, but like...
Oh.
Ah!
It was fucked up though.
Wow.
So, who believes this is Sammy's first campaign as a keeper?
Never ever. I know it is,
Right?
but it's
Never,
pretty much.
Such
I
a
would've never
freaking
guessed.
pro. I love when Mackenzie is like, okay, now explain the music.
Careful, Mackenzie will probably find you if you don't.
Yes, we definitely need explanation for that.
Oh,
Oh,
At Wild as well, thank you for creating a character that I
Yes.
absolutely
Yeah,
hate.
well,
Like,
No. Such a creep. You played that so well.
Yeah.
Perfect RP, especially because you are so far away from that. It's like,
Yeah.
how does he do that?
Wow.
well, I think.
Also, apparently, sorry, if
No.
Sammy doesn't explain to Mackenzie, you are gonna have a problem with your roommate at Gen Con.
That's okay.
She's just gonna follow you around the entire time, playing exactly the playlist that you've played throughout the entire campaign, and just be like, "You need to explain it. You need to explain it." Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
You can explain later on in Discord and PC
Yes, I will.
Quiet if you like to.
Or
But
if we do get a spin-off, a sequel, or a prequel, maybe don't explain it and reuse it.
yeah.
Oh, prequel
I'm
would be
sure.
so sick. Now knowing how this
like,
ends,
just-
a prequel would be sick.
all of that,
Wow.
like, going down with Pachelbel's bloody cannon going on.
Oh, wow.
I'm shooketh. You've shook me. Thank
How
you.
on
Yeah.
earth did you link all of us like that? This is still mind-blowing because we did not link our characters, except Talia and Crystal, obviously a bit. But
How did you turn my good guy person into like an evil dad? Like evil by association dad? Like
I don't know.
I'm just glad I made Talia. It's like she is probably the most callous, neutral, evil character I've ever made, and she wasn't a complete train wreck, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, you all like turned into very weird. Like, I guess nobody's good, nobody's bad, except for Loinel, who
I
It's
am.
just bad.
Vanilla's pure evil.
yes.
You did such a good job of like keeping it low key as well. So like we were all questioning it, and then in that last one, we were just like.
Yeah, Talia was over him as soon as he started feeding people blood, because I've seen what like a blood hold does over people, and I just kind of worried he was making like voodoo puppets. That was just the occult background going, are you mind controlling the entire town?
Well, thank God none
I
of y'all
thought that's
ever
what
ate.
it was for a little bit. I definitely thought it was some form of like almost like Talia with the occult, but more on like the stronger side of that, where it's like blood magic and.
I did get the
Exactly.
impression it was like
He's like,
a.
oh yeah, it's just like a drop of blood, and I'm thinking like a drop of blood is all you need.
It is.
I definitely got like the casual voodoo sort of vibe from it. You know, like you know
Yeah.
what I mean, like.
Wow.
Yeah.
I say it every time we play and we have a great session with Loinel and his character, but that role playing from start to finish was impeccable. I would have never guessed at the first session that this is how Loinel's character would have evolved, or any one of our characters, to be really honest. This whole campaign threw me for a huge loop.
Yeah, I liked how everyone just didn't tell. We were like, we're all pretty normal people.
We're cool.
And every single one of us was pretty messed up.
Oh wow.
Even Crystal pretending to be normal, but she's been helping Talia get materials for years.
Yes.
Oh no, I'm so innocent.
I mean, you know, I think Scott was completely normal, really.
What exactly did the government do to you?
I mean, he did almost shoot me a couple times.
Guess we'll never know.
Just almost. He did shoot you.
Justified.
I do want to say to anybody asking for a prequel, go watch the one shot I ran for one of the Academy days.
Okay, so we need a spin-off or a sequel. Prequel already happened.
Watch the one shot. Wait.
No, I actually didn't watch the one shot because you mentioned it might be.
Spoiler.
Well, how
I said
about
it was spoilers.
how about we all go round? Okay, we've got credits, so we don't need to say who we are and all that sort of stuff. That'll be covered by the credits. But let's just talk about our favorite part of the season, like our favorite moment. I don't know whether to put anyone on the spot because that's a really mean thing to do. Like, think of your favorite part. You think now.
I already have one.
Anik.
Then go first.
The moment Crystal told Scott Talia was a lesbian and was playing with him.
That was so good.
The first time the whole group found out that the horrible underage, I'm flirting with older men, Wiccan was just not interested at all.
That was bizarre and incredible. That which leads me to my favorite part as well. My favorite part must be the Sammy having me so paranoid about my tattoos and stuff and timelines when I'm revealing myself to Talia to get a tattoo check. That was pretty hype.
Yeah, it was the first episode of Pride Month,
Yeah.
as Chat just pointed out.
Yeah.
Which was so fitting.
Yeah.
I'll go, I guess. My favorite part was honestly like seeing Oliver's dead body, which sounds weird, but that started to put it in perspective of like, this is bigger, this is more involved. Like that's kind of when, at least for me and my character, I felt like it was kind of a snowball effect of like, oh, we're all wrapped up in this. We all have some form of like part to play. And that's when my mind was like, every episode then after was like, okay, so how is this person connected to this person who's connected to this person? Like that's definitely when it kind of started to take like a full effect. That was probably one of my entirely favorite sessions. That and obviously the coming out for Talia, but
Yes.
it was so good. Like it was just none of us expected it. It was really like the biggest plot twist.
It was more of an outing than a coming out, but still.
Yeah.
valid. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I did yell about as well, because you just don't, okay?
Yeah, but it was just for Crystal. It's normal. She doesn't even think about it. It's just like it is, and it's totally normal for her, and completely normal for her. Oh God. Oh.
Will we ever be able to say those two words in conjunction
No,
again?
they won't work again together. They are destroyed. Yeah, but for me, it's well, the moment Crystal could tell Scott that was a fun moment, because I was just okay. No, Crystal will just blandly say it out, because why tiptoe around it?
I was so tense as well. You had Scrat going as well.
And then the carnival, the first time it happened, I was like, oh God, if she throws in Tim now, I will yell. And then we didn't really see him, but then it happened again, and then it was him. So I had similar as Ray, the moment like, oh God, I'm really linked to this. How is this? No.
Yeah. Especially because I don't give a lot of backstory to my characters. I'll give like one or two really big events that have happened to them.
Same.
And just kind of let the story play it out. And it was just because at that moment I was also like, okay, I don't have any other backstory to go off of, so I truly don't know what's going on. And I like being able to kind of piece that together, especially with like the whole theme and the overall story. Like it was very appropriate to be authentically in character. Like, I don't know what's going on, man. Like, I'm here with you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, for me it was seeing all y'all's reactions to Lionel coming out when he was doing his thing, because originally Lionel was supposed to be a somewhat redeemable character. Yeah, he messed up, but then I just sort of went with it and just built upon everything that Sammy gave me, and yeah, it kind of just went out of control.
I love it though. I really do. Like, like I said, like from session 1 until now, I would have never guessed your character would have evolved into this. Or
not at all.
I had real cringe. I had real cringe. I was trying to shake it out.
Supposed to be. That's the thing.
How about Sammy? You're a player as much as everyone else.
Yeah.
I think my favorite moment in the campaign was, I'm pretty sure it was the second, or maybe it was the third session, where I went to the bathroom and you guys were all freaking out because you realized that the music meant something.
I said it casually and everyone just went off.
Yeah, I've definitely rewatched that clip many times, like just the biggest like shit-eating grin on my face. But yeah, I think that was probably one of my favorite moments. But honestly, this whole thing has been very enjoyable. Not to get sentimental, I'm very emotional right now. Lots of things are going on with me. But I really enjoyed this game with all of you guys, and I appreciate that you guys kind of rolled with whatever I threw at you, especially Scrat and Wild. I was a little scared because I was taking I took both of your characters into places that I didn't ask you guys first. But you both rolled with it, and oh no, I'm getting a call. Who's calling me?
That's the worst timing ever.
Yeah.
Is it Cthulhu? You have to answer for Cthulhu.
Go answer.
Oh no. No, it's my boss. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, I just I appreciate that you guys kind of let me do whatever with the characters and kind of rolled with it and trusted me. This was my first campaign, and so I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
You did great.
This is
Would
also the
keep
very first
again.
full campaign I've ever played, so extremely well done, because I think about it, like, since we started up until now, I've thought about it every day, every week. It's always popped up, and it's always been something I've loved to talk about and tell people about. So you did a really great job, Sammy.
Yeah, I had to redo my murder board and my conspiracy board like 3 times, which is a record. Normally I'm good with 2.
I could literally feel sanity dripping out of my ears by the last episode, okay? Like, just having Scott go along with it, like there was no. Oh, Sammy, so good, so good. Oh boy. Okay, look, we could sit here and reminisce all day. We're gonna go. Chat, thank you so much. You've you have been as incredible as the cast. Thank you for all of your support. Tons of support today. Look at that stream goal. We absolutely smashed it. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll be back at 7 p.m. with the season finale of Doors of Daenerys. Only the season finale, of course, because that is a long-term campaign. But I understand that Alice is nervous for what she has planned.
Ooh.
Interesting. So, yeah, keep on evoking emotions, everyone. We'll be back in a couple of hours. And unfortunately, this week, I cannot say we'll be back at the same time next week. But next season, we'll see. See you later, everyone. Evoking emotions.